Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about internal combustion engine, or we can say IC engine. So actually there are two types of engines. Heat engines heat engines are divided into two categories: external external combustion combustion engine, and another is internal combustion engine. Okay. So actually there are two types of heat engines: external combustion engine and internal combustion engine. So in case of external combustion engine, combustion of fuel is taking place outside of the engine. For example, in the power plant, for steam generation, we heat the water in boilers by the combustion of coal, etc. And in case of internal combustion engines, combustion of fuel taking place inside of the engine or in combustion chamber. So here you can see in this figure. So this internal combustion engine is containing main part, which is cylinder. This is cylinder, okay, and this is the piston. This is connecting rod. This is crank. This is a piston pin which is connecting piston and this connecting rod, and this is called guzzon pin which is connecting this connecting rod and this crank, and this is shaft. Okay. So here you can see this piston is moving. This piston is moving in this cylinder vertically upward and vertically downward, and this movement of this piston in this cylinder is called reciprocating motion of this piston. Okay. So here you can see this is the top dead center, TDC. It is the maximum limit to travel in upward direction of this piston in this cylinder. Means this is dead position in top direction, and this is the bottom dead center. So this is the last position of this piston to travel vertically downward direction. Okay. So this is bottom dead center, this is top dead center, and this piston is moving between this BDC to TDC, TDC to BDC, BDC to TDC, TDC to BDC, BDC to TDC. Okay. So suppose initially this piston was at TDC, and this is moving vertically downward. In this situation, inlet valve is open, and this is sucking air fuel mixture in this cylinder. Then this will be at BDC. At BDC, both valves will be closed, inlet valve and exhaust valves. So actually these are the valves. This is inlet, this is outlet, and this is actually cylinder head, you can see here. And here you can see this is the stroke length between BDC to TDC, and the volume covered between this BDC to TDC is called swept volume, VS, and the volume provided in the top position of this piston is called VC, clearance volume. So this piston is moving BDC to TDC and TDC to BDC. Suppose this is at TDC. In this situation, inlet is open, exhaust is closed, then the air fuel mixture will be sucked when this piston is moving vertically downward. Okay, and this piston is also connected with this connecting rod. Okay, so when this will move TDC to BDC, so due to this reciprocating motion, this connecting rod will rotate this crank. So this reciprocating motion of this piston will be converted in rotary motion to this crankshaft. Okay. So when this piston is moving TDC to BDC, inlet is open, so suction process will be taken place and air fuel mixture will be entered in case of petrol engine. So when this will be reached on BDC, both valves will be closed, inlet and open valve, and this piston will move again BDC to TDC in upward direction. Then this process is called compression process. During this process, volume will be decreased and pressure will be increased. So this is called compression process. And at the end of compression, in case of SI engine, sparking from the spark plug will be provided, and these compressed air fuel mixture will be combusted. Due to the combustion of this air fuel mixture, thrust will be provided to this piston, and this piston will move again TDC to BDC. Okay, and this movement of this piston due to this thrust of burnt gases is called power stroke and expansion stroke. And this power stroke provide the energy for remaining 3 strokes. Okay, when this piston will be on the BDC and outlet valve will be open in this situation, so the burnt gases will be thrown out into the surroundings via this outlet. So this process, this stroke is called exhaust stroke. Okay, so there are 4 strokes of this IC engine to rotate this crankshaft due to this reciprocating motion of the piston. Okay, so now we will talk about the material of the element. So actually the major part is cylinder. Cylinder is made of cast iron. Second part is piston, this one. This is made of silicon cast iron. Third is crankshaft. This is the crankshaft. This is made of alloy steel. Okay, and cylinder liner. So actually to reduce the losses of leakage, we provide the piston rings between piston and cylinder, or we can say to pack the gases, and these piston rings are made of silicon cast iron. Okay, and also we provide the liners to reduce the losses of cylinder. So actually we do not want to replace the cylinder, so we place the liner inside of this cylinder so that we can replace these liners after some times, after damage. So these liners can be replaced easily, and these are made of nickel alloy steel. Okay, so here you can see this is actually piston pin which is connecting this piston and this connecting rod, and this is actually gudgeon pin which is connecting this connecting rod and this crank, and this is actually crankshaft, and you can see this is VS swept volume. So actually this piston is moving inside this cylinder, BDC to TDC, TDC to BDC. So this reciprocating motion is between the TDC to BDC and BDC to TDC. So TDC is top dead center, BDC is the bottom dead center. So the length of this reciprocating motion is called stroke length L, this one. Okay, and the volume covered during this reciprocation motion of this piston is called swept volume Vs, and volume left in the top location of this piston is called clearance volume. So this is the functioning and parts of the internal combustion engine. So here we can say L is the stroke length, and Vs is swept volume, TDC is top dead center, and BDC is bottom dead center. Okay, so in the next video we will discuss about the difference between petrol and diesel engine. Thanks for watching this video. All the best.